Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on GTA 5 with some racing. You see, Rhys decided to make an actual sensible race. This using the sort of oil fields area, a part of the GTA map that doesn't tend to get used a huge amount. So yeah, we've got a little off-road rally race around this area. We're going to be using some vehicles, like we tend to do with all of our races, kind of mix up the vehicles, race one-make races with cars that haven't been used before. The Patriot, apart from being King of the Hill, don't think has really been used for anything. I got a terrible start because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so we're going to be racing Hummers around a dirt track road. Somebody's gone round off the start. We're going to actually have a really fortuitous move by me to sneak up the inside there. Oh, there's a big pile up. There is Rhys is going to go exploring. That's not going to be a it's not going to be a good day for him when you get stuck out wide there. It is quite narrow. It is quite narrow indeed. The last time we were in this area on the map for any length of time, for those of you that do remember it, we had a multi-class race where we had to swap cars at the end of each lap. I built a track around this part, back when I actually built maps on GTA 5 that was circling around this area. It is a really cool off-road place that's not really used a huge amount. Like, you might pass through it occasionally, but an actual kind of looping race around here, it doesn't happen too often. It is quite narrow, so you got to hope that everyone is behaving themselves. Oh, I'm doing my best Tony Hawk impression to get away with that one. Oh, that was so lucky. That could very easily have been me out. I should look back and there was a Jeep for the split second there tumbling through the air. I don't know what on earth he hit. I think it was the end of a crash barrier somewhere, and that was just off to space with the Jeep. Now we have got a tight corner here. No, we're gonna have a car park. Oh, well, we've punted, pushed, same difference, the red car through from that little traffic jam. I mean, that's one way to have catch-up work, is to have the leader crash and then all of us get stuck behind them. Like, I could kind of see he was running wide, but I didn't have time or the grip to do anything about it, and it's probably exactly the same story for the pink Hummer behind me. Thankfully, there's a little gap to anybody further back, but there we go. I think it's going to be a defensive line from the red vehicle. We're going to try and go for a cutback, around the hairpin, but we're going to get, it's 3 wide on the exit of the hairpin. Who's going to get the best run? Nobody has any slipstream on anybody. This is incredible. Pink car's lost his momentum. I think I'm going to get bump drafted past the red vehicle here. Will we be able to take the lead? Now, got to be careful because the track does speed up, but there are some really nasty corners. Again, I don't think I've ever driven down this road here. Oh, there's a purple Hummer coming in for some battling as well. Yeah, I've never really used these roads before, and it looks quite fast. You have actually got to be very, very mindful not to go spearing off the course. Still, we've been side by side since the hairpin. There goes the pink Hummer. Got a slipstream boost, and they will soar past. Didn't fancy doing any more bump drafting. Now, which one of us two can get the biggest toe off of the pink car? It's going to be me. We will finally get that move done. That is an incredible few corners there, running side by side down the road. Oh, make sure we get turned for that. Still nowhere. Oh, we hit the wooden fence. That is going to promote me up into the lead. Oh, I was a bit closer than I would have liked. I thought I was clearer than that. I was not. We got away with it though. He did eat fence and then got spat out the other side. However, we are up into the lead for the opening lap. We're going to be served into the wall. Oh, no one can get stopped. Just no one can get stopped into that fight. It is a downhill corner. It is a really nasty corner. I don't know which way is up because my camera's having a fit. Oh, piss. It was such a good first lap and it's all gone pear-shaped. Me and the grey Hummer have been screwed over categorically there. Everyone, much like we saw with the red car into the wall early on there. Once one class player, admittedly it wasn't actually caused by me that time, I was the only one that got braked at the right point there. But once one car's sort of caused a crash, everyone gets blocked up behind, and I was the unfortunate sod that was stuck the wrong side of the fence. Now, slipstream, as you've seen, is on. Catch-up is also on. So, with 3 laps to go, we might be able to recover. Not if we do that, though. No, that was my stupid mistake there. That was completely and utterly my stupid fault. I appreciate the waiting for grey car, but that was, I mean, I got assisted across the course, but it was my mistake in the first place. I shouldn't have made that corner a lot better. That was dumb driving by me. We're going to need a lot of catch-up now. We're going to need a hell of a lot of catch-up. We're going to need a lot of bravery, not make mistakes, not get caught out with this blue vehicle as we're going to go bouncing our way across the terrain. Well, while we have had... is there AI traffic? What's AI traffic doing around here? Well, we have had some issues so far. At least we have been dropped out in a battle. At least if we have a battle for 8th place, it's better than being stuck in sort of 9th on our own completely. We go for a aerial... I don't know where he is. We go for an aerial overtake. Oh, not 3 wide here. Not again. We've already had our fair share of 3 wideness. Oh, he's gone for a roll. That's the second car in 2 laps I've seen manage to hit that point. The only plus thing for me, at least, is at least the leaders might... They're still very, very bunched up. They might all crash into one another again. That would be helpful. That would be very helpful. That's kind of what I need here. There's very much what I need here, in fact, if we are going to make up any real time. Oh, I'm trying to take a tighter line through there. Not really worked. I say it's not really worked. I mean, we've got through it cleanly. Wasn't quite making up the time gains that I had hoped. However, there we go. Now, as we loop ourselves down towards... I mean, there's the leaders. That's a lot of gap to try and make up in 3 laps. That's a lot of gap that we're going to have to try and deal with. There's a couple of cars. We might be able to catch up to Rhys and whoever is driving in the yellow Hummer. Let's get turned on to this right. In fact, what is the actual gap? So we're looking at about 25 seconds to the... certainly to the leaders. That's going to be a long, a long old way up the road. But you never know. You never know when it comes to racing. Now, this back stretch, I don't know how fast we're going to be able to be this time, because I would have the full effect to catch up on my vehicle on that opening lap. So we might have to be a little bit more wary this time around. It's a shame we've got a little bit more spread out further back here. Oh, someone's gone for a big spin, I think, unless it was lag. I saw a dot sparring around out of control, and judging by there would be a relatively slow vehicle up ahead, I'm imagining it was a spin. Easy to do, very easy to do on these kind of banks and crests. While the Hummer is not a terrible vehicle to drive, you can still get, surprisingly, you can still get a fair bit of oversteer with it, even though, you know, it's all-wheel drive and everything. There's so much lag going on the car ahead, I am kind of glad I'm a little bit too far back to be trying anything. The grey vehicle has made a mistake. That's going to let me go to the kind of outside there. There's a big old fight going on. Someone else has got into trouble. The purple Hummer has got into a lot of bother there. We were all very, very cautious that time around. I've got a huge oversteer coming down there. Just lets go. There was no grip. I might as well have been on ice at that section. We haven't really... we're kind of catching a little bit to the groups up ahead. We're back into that 9th place, though. Good old 9th has been trusty for that lap. So no real progress made in terms of positional gains. We've got the Dolphin Hummer going on beside us, as you do. This one, you've got to be really careful across that crest, because you don't want to end up in the fence. We will mind our way around there, that very, very narrow part. And while you want to be as kind of as far to the left to get through that checkpoint, you don't want to be running on that banking too much, because it is very, very rough. Oh no, we used all of our momentum giving the grey car the tiniest of nudges. Laggy Bluemobile, if you could give me a little speed nudge, not enough to fire me off the course, just a little speed nudge to try and get us up towards the vehicles, you know, further up the pack, that would be helpful. That'd be very helpful, which I use the banking as best I can there to gain any speed possible. Not that there was much happening. That's a scary sight to have behind you. Oh no, we're not quite gonna scrape the wall. Rhys has joined in the fray. We are catching. There's like a 3 or 2 car battle for the lead, a 2 car battle for the lead, and then 3rd place back is actually now we're starting to close up towards 3rd place a little bit, I think. That's good. It's a shame we can't be battling for the lead. It looked like we might have had the pace. However, this is what we've been dealt with, and that is what we are going to try and make the most of. The grey Jeep to the inside. Oh, there's a little bit of a rub on the way past, and he's going to get cut back. It's good driving from those 2 up ahead. Rhys is having to take unintentionally really taking the shortcut. You're going to run wide on the exit. Still, they go side by side, and Rhys is in a wall. That's unfortunate, but I will say thank you very much for almost 2 places. Again, not intentional at all there, but it is at times quite difficult to judge where your Hummer is. Oh, I wanted to go for a cutback, and then there was always going to be a purple Hummer on the inside. Well, now we have got a humongous train of cars for third. We're pretty much there. We are pretty much there as we come on towards our final lap. We've got this run down the tarmac section. This is a hell of an exciting race. Even with the misfortune at the opening lap there, this is going to be I'm hoping a grandstand finale. Oh, we've got another laggy mobile. Oh, I was thinking there was going to be a space there. There was not, and then there was a little bit of a running wide. I apologise if that was my fault. He kind of was okay for a while, and then it just didn't sort of turn anymore. So, oh god, what's happening with the purple mobile? I'm a little worried about the purple mobile. I'm going to be honest here. Don't eat fence. Don't eat fence. Try and find a way past purple mobile. Nope, he's going to lag back into position there. I want the purple mobile to fall off the road, not through lag, and then that will give me some comfort. No, crap. I don't. I have no idea where it is. We're going to get. There's not much we can do there. We're going to roll if we aren't careful. We're going to eat a whole bunch of fences. Oh, we both got stuck together. I think we both chose completely different ways around that tree. We've both survived it. How the hell did we manage that? I panicked because I could see where I was going and didn't think I was going to have the brakes to stop it. Rhys is not pulling that one up in time. Rhys has got off exploring in the final turn. That's such a horrible corner to slow down for. Because it's downhill and you suddenly transition onto the dirt, it is so tough to slow these vehicles down there. But, there's been a lag spin for the yellow Hummer we're going to avoid just in case he comes back on the road at an awkward time. He's actually not lost too much in all of that whatsoever, as we're all now trying to make sure we don't end up. Then there's been... There's been a kerfuffle behind me. Still got Lagmobile 1 to deal with. No, Lagmobile 2 is ahead of me. Lagmobile 1 is behind somewhere. Or, hopefully, that's a clean pass on Lagmobile 2. I don't know if me hitting him, or whether I hit him, or what happened, whether he spun on his own on the banking there. Really bloody difficult to tell the fun of GTA servers. Well, we have caught up to third place. This is the battle for the podium. We wanted a battle for the podium. We have got such a thing if we don't make any more mistakes. We can't afford to now. We have no time to make up the ground. We've got to be quick, of course. Oh, that brown truck got in a lot of bother. Problem is, it's quite narrow there. We're going to go around the outside. We will out-drag him up the hill, but he's going to have slipstream all the way down that back straight. And certainly around this section. Around this section, slipstream is less important because it is so difficult to overtake, so narrow, and just not a huge amount of this bit here is not too bad, but not a huge amount in the way of, well, acceleration zone. So you're not going to get much advantage from the slipstream. Where it is really going to come in is on that tarmac section. We're covering the inside. Don't give them any space. Oh, careful again. Keep the inside line. If he's gonna go for it, he's gonna work for it. I'm gonna have to give him space now. He wants to try that. He will draw alongside, but that's gonna put me on the inside for the hairpin as we hurtle down there. The second place has fallen back from the lead, whether it's a mistake or what, I do not know. We're gonna hug that inside line. I mean, I can kind of hang him out to dry there if needed. Not that it was needed. It was, yeah, all fair in racing. Room was given between both of us. He's now going to try around the outside. Problem is, you duck out the slipstream and there's just so little speed available that it's quite difficult to get the pass done on that steeper a hill. You're going to be better off going down the hill. Oh, we're across the curve is never good. Is he going to put his nose up the inside? Oh, yep. We got a little bit connected together as well, and neither of us could really get out of that one. There's a little bit of a nudge, but we have got away with it. Now comes the fast section. This is where the slipstream is going to come into effect. He can have that. I'm not going to fight that. There's no point. I'll just end up getting rammed or spun, I should say. Now, where did we nearly roll last lap around? I'm not quite sure where it was. Now, you see, we're the ones with the slipstream here. I think our best bet is going to be, it's going to have to be the final turn, isn't it? Unless we can do so. This is where we nearly rolled last time around. I'm actually having a little lift just to make sure I don't end up in the same scenario that I was. Problem is, oh, am I going to be too far back? It's going to be a big old dive if we're going for this. Of course, I want to get the third place. I want to get the third place. Oh, we're all crossed up. We're all crossed up. I couldn't do it. Lost the rear under braking and couldn't get it back. Well played to the brown truck there. Yeah, I pushed it too hard, and nothing I could do. I have to settle for fourth. Well, I say nothing I could do. Should have driven better on the on the way in there. But if I tried dive bombing it when I was so crossed up, we would have just wiped out the truck ahead of us. So I was hoping he'd make a mistake. Well, at that point, the only thing I had was hope he made a mistake on his own, because I wasn't going to be able to dive in that condition, in the position my truck was at. Fastest lap-wise would not go to me, a 3 minutes 20 further down the order. Of course, fastest lap is, I say, a little bit irrelevant, but when they've got a bit of catch-up going on, it is slightly more difficult to judge, because, of course, cars at the front are always going to be down on power, or not quite going to have a roll to finish from the orange truck. A solid start, I think, with a surprisingly sensible race. Now, while this is a relatively sensible track, of course we have to have a go in an unsensible car. That would be the Chameleon. Again, another vehicle that we've never used, certainly never exclusively, in a race. So that is what we are going to try here. We're going to see how a electric sports car fares on the dirt. Likely to be a little bit more difficult to drive, a lot faster. We have also lowered the laps down to 3, because it is quite a long lap around here. So the first race is quite long. Oh dear, traffic jam. The Skittles are having a traffic jam through the oil field. Oh, someone's rolled it. Rhys has got turned around again at the first corner. There's nothing to do here but just kind of sit patiently. If everyone tries to dive up the inside, that's when everything goes wrong. So you've got to have a moment of patience. You've got to know when you need to be aggressive, of course, if you want to make your way through the field. But you do also need to know. I mean, everyone's done fairly well up until this point. Now it's all going a little bit wrong for cars. We're going to scoot our way up the inside there to make up some positions right now. Up into 6th, yeah, that was why. Patience paid off there for me massively. We didn't have any unnecessary dives through that part. Somebody got their car stuck on the inside wall, and we're now up into 5th place. I don't think we've actually really overtaken a car aside from vehicles spinning off from crashes so far. This might be the first one, if he doesn't actually spin off from a crash, that will be a legitimate overtake. And yeah, that's when patience is so vital with this kind of racing. Oh, God, get on the brakes. I thought I was going to end up in the back of him. We're up into 4th place now. Oh, he's bumped a post. I was trying to cut back to the inside there, trying to be sneaky. Didn't quite work out. Not going to need to, because he's throwing it away into the crash barrier. We're in a podium position. That was much easier than my last trek towards a podium. I couldn't quite get it in the end, but that was a much easier way of doing it. Let everybody fall off the road ahead of you. Oh, little bit of a laggy moment, and we are on to the back straight we go. We've got a pink car directly behind us. Not necessarily the funnest of sights. Are we going to repeat the performance from the Hummers? Oh, probably not if I bump the wall like that, of running side by side the entire way up here. Maybe, because he's going to be slow on the inside of the corner. Now, leaders have had a crash. We're going to take the lead, having not overtaken anybody legitimately in that. We have kind of crashed into one another. Amazing. We are leading and we are running away with a lead, having only overtaken cars that have fallen off the road. That is how you do it, people. How far can we extend this away? Now, of course, catch-up is going to adversely affect me through here. That is to be expected. And they will catch back up to me, but the further we can get away as they're all busy banging into one another, the better. It's going to be about a 3-second lead. Not huge. At least I might be able to get into this corner now without being smacked into the wall. I was actually quite early on the brakes just to make sure we get it stopped. I would rather be early on the brakes, quite frankly, there, especially on an opening lap when you've got a lead. There is no need to be overly aggressive down into that corner. As you saw last time, it is so easy for it to go horribly wrong. Because it is narrow, when it does go horribly wrong, cars behind you all pile into you, and yeah, there is a big old mess. So we will take it a little bit easy and dive down this corner. Now, make sure I remember where we're going. We are heading this way. Don't try and take too much speed on the way into here. People complain about this car being oversteery. I don't really have any problems with the back end. In all honesty, I've had more problems with the Hummer sliding around than this thing. Around this course, which is odd. I mean, it will oversteer, sure. If you're a moron with it, you can get the back end sliding. Like there, across the bumps, it's a little bit oversteery, but it is, I reckon it's easier to drive in many ways than the... feels easier to drive than the Hummer around parts of this course, which is weird, I know. But I quite like the Chameleon. I think it's a nice car. It looks fantastic as well. Now, don't do anything stupid down here because there are barriers to crash into. We are continuing to have a nice, safe little margin. I like having that nice, safe little margin back. It means I can get away with running wide out of a corner and not be immediately pounced on. The problem is, of course, I've run around at the front of this race. We might lead for this entire lap, but they are going to catch me. I know they're going to catch me, and I'd rather they caught me on this lap and I had the next lap to fight back than have them catch me right at the end of the third lap, slipstream their way past me, and all of my hard work be for nothing. It's something that can happen. It's something that can happen indeed. And while slipstream and catch-up is something we tend to keep on in GTA races because they tend to be very chaotic and, you know, mistakes are very easy to make. You want to have cars around you to race closely. However, if we lose the race on the final straight, I will not be best pleased because I am going. I shouldn't say. No, don't say it. I'm not saying anything. Not saying anything. As I don't say anything, we get the car bounced sideways through the air. So that's why we're not going to say anything. I've made that mistake too many times. The curse of the commentator is definitely well and truly alive with FailRace. So we will deal with these high-speed corners first, and then worry about. I mean, yeah, we're keeping the gap. They are catching a little bit. I mean, it's down to 2 and a bit seconds. They're not really caught that much on this lap, which is comforting. We'll push the Chameleon as hard as I dare around this course, making sure not to try and roll the damn car. I imagine, while it's probably not as easy to roll as the Patriot, I imagine I could still manage to find a way as we go up across a crest there. I want to look back to see what the other cars are doing, but need to concentrate now. Big braking zone up ahead. Use the plant on the outside again. I've been a little bit cowardly. However, we've got around it cleanly. Oh, the red and pink car are coming to join. Don't know what happened to the grey vehicle. Must have made a mistake. They are catching. It's going to be a final lap showdown. We've had the first lap of relative chaos, of which I survived very nicely. A second lap of nice peace and quiet. It was lovely and calm, that lap. Now we're going to have the chaos again. Are we going to repeat? I'm pretty sure it's the same cars from the first race where we had our amazing opening lap battle. We're now going to finish off the video with a closing lap battle unless they crash into one another, which is always possible. It is always possible indeed. It's the pink car that is leading the charge for now. Red vehicle either made a mistake or they got tangled and the red car lost out. Has fallen back a smidge. We've got slipstream trails coming off of our car. That's not promising. Oh, I say it's not promising. He's made a mistake and run wide. We've got to be careful because the track does actually cross over a little bit there. Thankfully, we were clear of the slightly paler orange car, and the two behind have also made it through, watching the barrier on the inside. I really like this circuit. It's a really nice, fun circuit to drive around. Very nice and flowing. Be careful of the debris, though. Here comes the pink car. He's going to try to go around the outside. That's not going to work there. You're at a huge risk of going up against that banking if you try the outside line on that particular corner. We will give him the inside for this part. Oh, because that'll put us on the inside for the next. I didn't mean to shuffle him across. We just got a little bit connected. And once you've got sort of front wheel to rear wheel, it's really difficult to pull your cars apart. They just don't really come apart again. So that's, yeah, something to be aware of. He backed out of it so that we didn't go spearing off the track. If you're the car that's kind of behind in that situation, you've got to back out of it. If you're the leader and you back out of it, you just cause a bigger crash. So the car behind, when they're connected, has really got to back out of it. But sometimes the crash can happen before you even have a chance to quite realise you're connected and so on. We are on to the tarmac straight. I have continued to hold on to this lead. It is going to be tougher to do, though, down here, as here comes the pink car. Oh, he's going to get round the outside. Oh, no. A red car got up on the crest and he went around being very sporting and waiting. The grey cars come to join in the fun. He's going to be the real winner in this. What was going to be a 3-car battle for the lead is going to become a 4-car, although he's then got spun on his own accord across another crest. Okay, what can we do? It's all going to come down to this final corner once more. I appreciate the waiting on that one. Big car didn't really have to, but we're going to go for this final madcap dash to the finish line. Who is going to be brave through these tarmac turns? Who is going to be brave across the dirt if need be? Oh, big slide from me. very, very big slide from me. Lost all of my momentum, but we're going to have the slipstream down towards that last hairpin. We've got a big, big run. Let's not do the same mistake that we did last time of getting all crossed up. Ah, no. Again, I was actually too much on the brakes. Pink car's out very, very wide, but does still get a better run than I did. Red car, I think, got sideways. I was expecting to be in the slipstream to need to go on the brakes earlier, but I didn't, and we just got stopped. It's just, yeah, kind of hit a brick wall. Second place will be it for me. Overtaking that final corner is so bloody dangerous. That is so, so dangerous if you're going to go for it. So easy to make a mistake. We tried. We did our very, very best. It was a good race. A great first lap. Fantastic first lap from me. That was an exhibition in how to stay out of trouble and make your way through the field there. 250 as the fastest lap. Of course, 259 from me being largely on catch-up for that second lap where we were running around at the front on our own. Couldn't quite hold on to the lead, but yeah, it was a grandstand finish once more between us, and turns out Rhys can make one hell of a sensible racetrack, as well as the crazy, loopy, twisty YouTube compression nightmare that is his normal sort of stunt races. That, though, is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching as we find lamppost. Well played, sir. Thank you very much for watching. There shall hopefully be a link to this track in the description, so you can download it, have a go with it yourself. But yeah, until next time, goodbye.